Beach. Good morning. It's mid-November of 2018. The year is almost over. It's crazy to think Thanksgiving is next week, and the end of the year is within 45 days. I wanted to take this opportunity to address a question that I often get from clients. And that question is, Scott, how is the market? So it's a complicated question, and so I thought I would just answer it in segments. So for today's purposes, we're going to look at just the Vero Beach Island, and we're going to break it down by different price points on the island, because you can't just look at the whole island. So here we put together a little handy dandy chart, and the island total market. Now this is January through October, only single family residence homes. So condos is not part of it, co-ops aren't part of it, only and not vacant land, just single family residence homes. So in year 2018, this year, there's been 357 closings for this data set for the whole Vero Beach Island with no price limitations. The average price is $1,052,000 of those closings, and the days on market is 175 days. This is a little tricky because this days on market is really of the last listing period. If it had been listed with other realtors or other firms, then that date's off a little bit. So when comparing it to 2017, about the same amount of homes closed during the same amount of period of time, 358. Average price was $1,001,000 approximately, and 179 days on market. The only difference I see here in this is 6% down on the average price. Keep in mind though, you could have more activity on the lower end of the island market, which would pull that number down. So that's why I broke down the rest. So of the island total market, there were 357 homes sold. Of that, 243 of them were underneath $1 million, which makes up 68% of the island market. And between 1 million and 2 was 81 homes closed, which made up 22%. And you can see what 2 million and up, there was only 36 closings all year long, with that representing about 10% of the homes sold. So wanted to also reflect, so we're talking about sales. Also want to look at supply or active homes. So as of last night, there were 368 active homes on the market in our MLS system. And approximately 35 homes sell a month. So that's with 1,139 realtors as of the last month's realtor bulletin. So when you look at all the transactions, you know, another question that I get is how many of them are cash versus financing. And the period that I'm looking at is 226 were cash sales versus 127 that got mortgages. So it's an addressable, the mortgages is an addressable part of the market, and depending on what you're looking at, it'll affect, you know, may or may not affect you. It seemed like the higher end, meaning million and up, there were more cash transactions versus $1 million and below, there were less transactions that were cash. So that's the whole market. It's kind of a challenge to look at that. So at the risk of being too nerdy, I broke that down by, this thing's getting a little sticky, by price. So you got the year 2018 and 17, 0 to $1 million. So like on the other chart said, 243 homes sold in 2018 and 248. So it's kind of flat, you know, in that sense. The price per sale went up $20,000, and the days on market went slightly down. So it's, in general, what you're going to see the tone of this is we are entering into what is called a normal market, as opposed to just everything keep climbing at prices that we can't sustain. So approximately 25 homes sell a month in this price point. And as of November 15th, there was 182 homes that were available. So when you look at that, with 182 available, 25 are selling a month. It's the basics of supply and demand. Then when you take out 1 million to 2 million, you can see the 2 years here. There's 81 closings and 73 closings in 2017. Again, this is all single family residents, and this is January to October, so the same time period, kind of looking at a longer data set to see if there's a trend. So the actual closings were up 11% for the million to 2 million. The sales price was down a little bit, about 5% between the million and 2 million. And the days on market actually went down 10%. Some of that could be sellers getting educated on the market and everybody adjusting accordingly. So now it's important to look at how many of these homes are selling a month, and it's about 8 homes are selling a month. And you gotta look at the current supply of 87. So there's gonna be a whole lot of haves and have-nots in the active inventory that the 8 buyers each month are buying. And this, of course, doesn't take into account of new homes coming onto the market. It's just a quick little snapshot. Then, and when you look at 2 million and above, you have the same 2 years there. And this year, this is probably the biggest difference, is the 36 closings year to date, or not year to date, till end of October. And then 2017 had 43. Which is 16%. That's pretty measurable. And then the average price of those homes was down 7.59. And I'm seeing that across the nation with people that I network all over the nation. California, San Francisco, Texas, the luxury market has just pulled back a little bit, and there's no secret on that. The days on market have increased, and that's 7.19, and that's, again, that is only for the 2 million and plus. And about 3.6 homes are selling a month in that price range. And that's, again, over January through October. And as of, this is the one that's a little daunting. As of November, there were 99 homes available and 3.6 homes selling a month. So, it is what it is. That's what it is. So that's kind of a breakdown of all the different price points on the Vero Beach Barrier Island. And then kind of bring you back to, no matter how you look at it, there's 1,139 realtors here in Indian River County, MLS, and there's 368 active homes and 35 homes are selling a month. So that is kind of a good overview of the Vero Beach Island market at all different prices. So if you'd like to learn more about how this would affect your home, we have to really look at the lifestyle. Is it, part of, Castaway Cove, Seagrove, the seasons, and really look at square footage and pricing and updates and see how we can get you aligned into the marketplace and get you sold within a reasonable market time. So below this video, there'll be a link for my phone number and my email address. And if I could be of any help, don't hesitate to call or email, and I'd be happy to jump right in and talk with you one-on-one. Thank you very much.